Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and people were asking right after the holiday break on the Hearthstone subreddit, where is that mini set? Where is that StarCraft mini set? We're all waiting for it. It's supposed to be out in January. It's January. Well, Imic's done some sleuthing data mining, and we pretty much know the day it's gonna come out, unless there's some crazy deviation. We pretty much know the day. We'll go into it again, what you can expect from this mini set, as well as a large decline apparently in legend players across like all servers. We'll take a look why I don't think it's that big a deal, but it's kind of interesting. There's some cool numbers to look at. And as always, you feel like I've earned your subscription, you enjoy the content on the channel, please hit that sub button down below. Give the video a like as we're on the road to 90,000 subscribers. We're like 500 away. So if you hit that button, Nova and I would really appreciate it. So yes, asking the question, where is that mini set? And Imic put out this tweet yesterday saying, unless something changes, the mini set will 99%ly. What kind of English is that, Imic? I don't know what that means. Like 99% of chance, right? Like pretty much certainly will come out on January 21st, which would be a Tuesday, which is the normal release date. They usually do Tuesday, sometimes Thursday, but usually Tuesday. Basically says the tavern ticket bundles always expire with a new major patch. So that's expansion, mini set, BG season, pre-order after the mini set. The next major patch, for example, would be the BG shakeup with the pre-order. I believe that's 0.6, which you would expect about a month after the mini set, which would reset these. The free items also usually disappear in a major patch, and he's got this like data mined where he shows the timers on all the stuff at the shop, which I'll link down below, or I'll link his Twitter thread, which I think he linked to like Hearthstone to show off. You can just see this where it shows like, yeah, the tavern tickets are set to expire on January 21st. These stupid free tokens, reroll tokens for Battlegrounds on January 21st. Same for Fi, Reska signatures. And yeah, that would be January 21st, a Tuesday. And today, as you're watching this, would be this, right? Friday. So we're probably expecting an announcement this week, the week of the 14th through 18th. Normally a mini set, they like hype for a week or less than a week, right? That could change. This is a big time deal, right? We're getting these StarCraft mini set. We know we're getting hero cards, like 3 hero cards that will be shared by all the classes. So we know it's going to be pretty special, pretty impactful. It also means we are likely not going to see a balance patch until after that, because a balance patch typically comes 2 weeks or a week or so after a major patch, and it just probably not going to line up that way, which means Ethereal Oracle will be saying a lot during this mini set launch. I could be wrong. Maybe they'll fit in a balance patch before then. It's not looking likely, but yeah, that's kind of the timing we're looking at. So again, I would recommend, if you don't have that gold saved, you're going to want to save, I think, at least 2,500 gold, maybe up to 3,000. It's only 9 additional cards, so it would be pretty lame if they made it like 1,000 more gold for 9 cards. So it's gonna be around 2,500 to 3,000 gold. You know it's gonna be more, so try and have that saved. And it's looking like, yeah, the 21st is a pretty darn likely. And even said the new hero skins that they just added, that we just previewed, I think yesterday, also expire on January 21st. That includes Slicer, Garona, Jackson Frost hero skin, and Mecha Crush. Mecha Crush is pretty cool. And yeah, if you want to buy those, at least for now, you'll only have up till January 21st for that. And yeah, there's this Hearthstone thing where you can look at the currently available shop items. Imic has this whole thing set up where you can see where things are expiring, like 4 days left for Uther. Dude, you can't even hover over it. Imic's gone crazy with this thing. I'll link this down below if you want to take a look. It's something you can keep an eye on maybe over time, right? He's going to constantly update this with, yeah, when these things will be leaving the shop, which again, big indicator of what's going on. Lastly, I want to talk about this. Hearthstone top decks and news, they shared this on the Hearthstone subreddit. They posted an article. This will also be linked down below, but it says how many players reach legend in Hearthstone. And they constantly update this article. and it has January 2025. And it's just really interesting to take a look at the amount of players getting Legend in Hearthstone lately. I don't know how great an indicator it is of how many people are playing, but it's certainly not the worst thing in the world. And we have, like, you know, Kibler State of Hearthstone, a lot of discontent in the Hearthstone world. And yeah, if you take a look, this past month, there was actually a decline. But overall this year, things are actually looking quite up. China, I think, plays a big part of that. But look at this graph. How many players reach Legend? And it's just showing by all the different ladders and by region. And you see this one that takes up the vast majority. Yeah, that's now standard China. That is them, like, playing by far more than anyone else. You'll see it did dip this month. They peaked at like almost 600,000 last month. We talked about that. In December, it actually did go down. That's normal though for any cycle with Hearthstone, because normally the expansion month is always the most popular, and then it takes a dip the month after, right? November was an expansion month. December, not so much. You always see it go down every single time, and no different over in China. And again, they show it per server, again, that big dip. But I thought this was the most interesting thing to take a look at, is December 2024 versus December 2023, where you can see, and this is where people might get pretty concerned, is 2024 is the orange one. And if you look at the Americas, you look at EU, and you look at the Asia Pacific server, everything went down. Everything. Except you'll note China went up like crazy. And if you put 2 and 2 together, there's a very likely that there's some correlation here, right? Like, a lot of people were playing, I guess, illegally or whatever through VPNs or whatever from China in these servers. And now that the Chinese server reopened, yeah, they're over there. So if you saw these numbers at all, like, oh my God, Hearthstone's die, look at the drop off here. It's likely, yeah, they hop back over to their server, and Wild is pretty small numbers. We have the Legend players per format as well, with Standard being by far the most popular format, with Wild being on here as well. You know, it's respectable, and Twist is, like, not measurable. It's not. It's down almost the entire year, and, you know, when it's around, who plays it, who has the cards, who's even aware of it. It is the worst run mode ever. It's in Hearthstone history. It's not even close. It's insane how many. I should make a full documentary video on it. I'll try and make this a project in the background. It's hard to try and fit stuff in, but I want to do like a full documentary breakdown on how horrible it's been run since its inception to when it's inevitably removed, probably within a year, right? Like, you just get that feeling. But yeah, it literally doesn't even make a blip on there. And yeah, just kind of interesting numbers if you ever want to take a look at, you know, the numbers changing. But yeah, overall there was a dip in December, but I think it's expansion stuff. Like, yeah, player sentiment's not great, but it's been a lot worse than it is now. Believe me, even I couldn't say this was the worst year ever when it makes a pretty good YouTube title. I said one of the worst, and I don't see it making that giant of an impact, but you can see how much of an impact China has on the game, though. Like, my God, that number is insane, how much it has spiked things up. And hey, they're hiring now. I wonder why they're looking at investing more into Hearthstone resources again, right? Anyways, let me know what you think about all this in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.